Welcome to the PFP podcast from the Personal Finance Society, a place for thought-provoking discussion from the world of financial planning and beyond, giving PFS members and the wider profession an insight into key developments across the sector and the work of the PFS, the professional body dedicated to building public trust in the financial planning profession. I'm Webb, Programme Development and Partnerships Manager at the Personal Finance Society. As part of my role, I'm fortunate enough to look after the PFS local network, which brings me on to today's podcast focus, Regional Matters. Today, I'll be speaking with Alan Whittle, Regional Chair from North Scotland, Rosa Nash, New Professionals Officer from Exeter and North Devon, and Annabel Gray, Regional Chair from Birmingham. Here's my conversation with Alan, Rosa and Annabel. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me for today's podcast. So to begin with, could you provide a brief overview of your region? Alan, can I come to you to start?
Yes, thanks, Megan. So I'm the chair for North Scotland, for the North Scotland region, and we are probably the most geographically diverse region. So we cover everything from just south of Aberdeen all the way up to Orkney and Shetland and right across to the Western Isles, it's a massive region of the UK. Most of our members are concentrated around Inverness, Elgin, Aberdeen, Stonehaven, a couple down in Montrose. So we've got members all across that region. So we have quite a unique blend of people from very rural communities, but also some quite urban areas like Aberdeen and Inverness too. And they're serving clients from a huge variety of different professions and walks of life.
Thank you, Alan. Rosa, should we come to you for a little bit about your region?
Yes, of course. So our region is more of a halfway house region. So we are also spread over a very large geographic area. We cover deepest, darkest Cornwall and then go up to some parts of Somerset, so Taunton and also Honiton. So geographically, we're also quite largely spread, although nowhere near to the same extent as Alan. I would sort of echo the sentiments that we have people from very rural parts of the country. So they really get the most out of being able to attend face-to-face events where they might not have that engagement so easily as people who are more sort of city-based or in more central parts of the country. The main bulk of our events tend to be centralised around the Exeter and also the Taunton areas. And we try to have regular monthly breakfast events and then also bigger local conferences.
Thank you, Rosa. So we've had the far north, the far south, and then we've got Annabel in the middle. So Annabel, tell us a little bit about your region, please.
I'm the regional chair for Birmingham. And it's an enormous region, you can imagine. We are fairly concentrated. We're not as diverse as the other two regions. And we will spread from sort of South Birmingham, Coventry, Stratford-upon-Avon, around there, up into Lichfield, into the north of Birmingham, and then either side. We're touched either side by Staffordshire and East Midlands region on the right of us. So our regional events, we do try and make sure that they're covering all of the areas, because obviously for travel reasons, people have got to get through the delightful M6, which can be a real battle sometimes, and there's normally something going on. So try and avoid that. We also try and go centrally as well into Birmingham itself for smaller sort of networky type things where people can then go out and enjoy the city afterwards. So that's Birmingham.
Thank you, Annabel. Thank you, all of you. That was a great overview. You are all dedicated volunteers, and we're so grateful for you all supporting PFS Local. So what inspired you all to take on the role within your PFS committee? Shall we come to Rosa first?
Yes, of course. So I think my involvement was by chance. I started out as a education champion, and I met a lovely lady whilst I was doing that work who was quite impressed by my idea to use sweets to ensure that the children listened to the sessions. So from that, I attended one of my local events and I got talking to some other committee members, and there was an opening on our committee for a new members officer. So that's really aimed at those people who are new to the profession or have joined within the last 10 years. And it's really spreading that awareness of the PFS, the fantastic events we do, and also really getting the members engaged. So that's how I came to the committee. I've been on the committee now for a couple of years. It's been fantastic. It's so good for making new connections. I find everyone is incredibly knowledgeable, but also very kind with their time and expertise. And it offers you the chance to have those conversations with other people. There's really exciting, engaging conversations where people are generally excited about the direction of the profession. And it also offers you the chance to give back as well and share your experiences with others. So, yeah, it's been a fantastic journey.
Thank you, Rosa. Alan, can I come to you with the same questions? So what inspired you? And we've also covered off there, what do you enjoy most about the role?
Absolutely. For me, the reason I came to it, what inspired me to join the committee was the need to create a stronger bridge between the local insurance institute. So I was the president of the Chartered Insurance Institute local institute in Aberdeen. And I was going along to PFS events, but I wanted to create a bridge between the two. And we have a phenomenal CII local institute in Aberdeen that's very supportive of PFS events and things like that. And so what I wanted to do was to join up to help create that bridge across both, and then found myself as chair of the PFS North Scotland region not too long afterwards. So one of the things that I really enjoy about the involvement that I get with the PFS is actually getting to meet people across that giant region that I was talking about. I was up in Inverness 2 weeks ago, meeting professionals from all across that area. A couple of weeks before that, I was in Aberdeen meeting with professionals there who are all really interested. And I think this aligns very much with what Rosa was saying. Really interested in the development of our profession, the development of themselves, their businesses, about making this the best profession that it can be. And that's the thing that really inspires me to want to participate, to develop what we're doing as a PFS region, is to make this the best profession that it can be.
That's really lovely to hear and really inspiring, Alan. Thank you. And I know Annabel plays a similar role with holding a good relationship between the local institute and the PFS committee. So, Annabel, can you answer that question as well, please?
Yeah, so just to cover that point about the local committee, yeah, I sit on the committee for Birmingham, so the BII, Birmingham Insurance Institute, and sit on their regular meetings as well. And it is important to link the two up, the PFS and also the local insurance institutes. And I think people, or certainly some of the members in Birmingham, they didn't really understand that they were a member of both. So last year we did spend quite a bit of time sort of explaining that to people. I joined on the committee in 2018. And the reason that I did was Alan Sensical was the regional chair at the time and desperately trying to recruit for the committee. I really didn't know what the committees did. I knew that they stood up at the regional events, but behind the scenes, I didn't realise and I didn't appreciate all the work that the committees actually do. And so the Birmingham committee was getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And it really was just Alan in the end. So I joined and just took on more and more roles. So I did new professionals, which I'm really sort of passionate about the next generation. I really am. I think it's so important that we nurture and include those. And then took on an SMP role, so the Society of Mortgage Professionals as well, and then became the regional chair last year when Alan stepped away. So yeah, it's once you're a member of the committee, it really opens your eyes to all the roles actually within the committee, but really appreciate what the committee members do behind the scenes because it's absolutely vast.
Absolutely. And that just keeps growing year on year, doesn't it? We're so grateful for all of the input that all of our volunteers give because things have changed. You know, PFS Local is growing and it's really exciting, but lots of responsibility comes with that. So, yeah, absolutely. You also pointed out something really important there, Annabel, that, you know, the local institute and the PFS committees members are members of both of them. And I think there's lots of merit in exploring a relationship with your local institute as well as your PFS committee, because there's probably free, interesting local CPD down both of those streams that you could look into that might be just down the road from you. So that's a really good one to highlight. So, talking about volunteering, for anyone who might be interested in joining their PFS Local, why should members consider volunteering? And what would you say to someone who's considering joining? Shall we come to Alan first?
Okie doke. Thanks, Megan. I would say, in line with what Annabel was saying, that we are clearly on this call all serial volunteers. We have been participants in volunteering, but it is an opportunity to give something back to your profession, to help develop it, to help it grow, to help inspire the next generation of financial planners and other professionals within our wider remit so that they can see the value in the PFS and really benefit from the content that we offer to people in the profession. So for me, I think the thing that I would say to anybody who is interested in volunteering, what have you got to lose? I think there's a huge benefit. There's a huge upside. I've met some incredible people all across the country. I've met some brilliant minds. I've learned about different financial planning things that I would never have learned about if I hadn't been a participant at a local level and at a national level. So I genuinely think that there's so much to be learned, so much to be gained from it, that you might as well give it a try. And if you find out that it's a commitment that you can't handle, that's okay. There are ad hoc positions on committees as well, which you can always participate. You can always give something back, even if it is in the form of contributing to surveys and feedback on what you would like to see done in your local area. All of these things are positive contributions that people can make.
Absolutely. Annabel, can you offer some more guidance if someone's a bit reticent about the potential time commitment or their firm not supporting them? Can you offer any guidance on that to prospective volunteers?
Yeah, sure, Megan. It's something that I talk to people that we're talking to come onto the committee, because I think the time commitment is the one thing that they are concerned about. So what I always say to them is, you give as little or as much as you can. There's no, you've got to be on our regional meetings every month at all. They all get the notes from the meeting. I think we all use AI now to transcribe our notes, which is fantastic because you can have really detailed notes for everybody that can't attend. So I do think that the time that we spend on our committees is a concern for people. And hopefully it shouldn't be, it really shouldn't. So people can give as much or as little back as they need to. But yeah, it's an important question. And I think And they are worried about their employers as well and timescales. Our meeting, I try and keep it to half an hour so that somebody could just be having a break or maybe an extended lunch time. And if we've really got nothing to talk about, it's half an hour, it's done and dusted. We won't waste time at all. And if it does go over, it's an hour maximum. That's it. We've all got busy lives outside of the committee and the roles that we do. So I am quite conscious of people's time.
Thank you. So hopefully some food for thought there for anyone who's considering volunteering. And the message is just, reach out if it's of interest, and there's no pressure. So Rosa, looking ahead at the year in front of us, it's going to be another busy one, I'm sure. What key events have you got going on in your area?
So the first key event that we've got going on is our next PFS local conference. So we've got a full day. It's in person. It's in Exeter. So that's Wednesday, the 30th of April at the Exeter Court Hotel. And I think linking back to the previous question about being part of your committee, although there is a time commitment there, and I would echo the sentiments that you can give as much or as little as you're able to. I think what the benefit in return is that you're able to have a voice and you're able to really structure the content and the events at these local conferences. And that's been one of the massive benefits for me. So I think in terms of the day event that we have coming up in April, it's been great. There's some really exciting topics that we're going to be covering, things that I'm talking about with other committee members, things that we really think are going to actually really streamline people's businesses. For example, we've got a great session on AI, but not the sort of standard meeting notes, but actually how can it be incorporated into CRM systems using tools like Power BI. So we're really hoping that by having sort of a day session where we've got some really fantastic content, and we're going to encourage members out to these one-day conferences. So that PFS local event is happening shortly. The plan will be to do 2 in the year. If we can do more, then we absolutely will. As well as this, one of our committee members, Teresa Attle, also runs monthly breakfast sessions. So if time is an issue for people, we completely appreciate that taking a whole day away from the office can be hard. So we've got these local morning breakfast sessions. We've got some great links to local firms and some brilliant content. So I would definitely encourage people to come along to that. Other key events for 2025. So one of my particular aims is going to be to have an event that's specifically targeted at members that are new to the profession, and that really encompasses all back office staff, paraplanners, people that are training to be planners, anyone. So it'll be to get those up and running. And we're also in discussions with other local committees to see how we can join forces and bring resources together in order to be able to offer some online courses as well. So that's really exciting.
Loads of really exciting stuff there. Thank you, Rosa. And I know there's lots happening across the UK as well. So Annabel, what's happening in Birmingham?
So we've got an event, a morning in April the 24th at Shirley Golf Club, which is a fact-finding and communications, really, questioning skills workshop, which we've got quite a few people interested, actually. We're trying to put a cap on the numbers because of hosting it. So we're looking at holding a debate, and hopefully that's going to be at a debating hall at Birmingham University. I'm just trying to sort that out at the moment. We've got some mortgage events that we are in the planning stage at the moment, and we're trying to join forces as well with Staffordshire and also East Birmingham. But because obviously we're in the middle location-wise, I think it looks like it's going to be right in the Midlands, in the middle. So, we've got quite a few bits on. We're planning a chartered breakfast as well. and also some breakfast meetings for all of the members. And we want to be quite diverse. And I think that's a message that's coming out from all of the committees. I think we're all really done with the providers coming in and just talking about the economy. I think there's some really interesting topics coming up. I mentioned earlier about next generation. We're trying to really reach out to the next generation in the Birmingham region, because they don't necessarily become represented at the meetings. It tends to be the older members. So we would like to put something on specifically for the younger members or new members, as Rosa said as well. I think it's really important so that they can see the committees, they can understand what we're trying to do, and they can also give us feedback, because that's really crucial of events that they're looking to support. You know, they may not turn up if it's the sort of standard type of CPD events that you can really do online. So I think it's really exciting. I think there's a lot of scope for our committees. And I think it's this year and also next year. And I know you're looking at venues for next year now, which, you know, I put it out on our LinkedIn profile to ask the members of Birmingham where they wanted, you know, what do they want as content? So we are trying to reach out to the members through LinkedIn. And I know it's not everybody's favourite platform at all, but it's a start, definitely.
Absolutely. And it's about reaching out to members the way that we can and the way that works for them. And that might be email, that might be LinkedIn. And it's about delivering a variety of events, as you guys have talked about. You know, it might be a breakfast session that suits, it might be a webinar, it might be a full day event. So I hope the members can see that you're all doing an amazing job to try and reach the different needs. So beyond these key events, it looks like we've got some super exciting stuff coming up this year. But Annabel, how does your region currently engage with their members?
So through Alison, actually. She's fantastic. I couldn't do this without Alison, and I'm sure Alan feels the same as well. She's always there and always there to pick things up as well. So Alison's great because she knows the regions, and so she will push stuff out if she can do. Through LinkedIn as well, we're really trying to get the members to engage with our LinkedIn profile for Birmingham. Many reasons, but one being we also put the Insurance Institute events on there as well. And also, where we can, we will promote Staffordshire and also East Midlands also. So, yeah, it's been quite interesting recently because I put out a help email from the SNP side. So it was to engage with the mortgage and the protection advisors in Birmingham. And fantastically, I had 3 people contact me, which was great. 2 of them have actually joined the committee. And they said, you know, we just didn't know that this existed. We weren't aware that there was a committee. And so hopefully we'll be supporting the mortgage and protection advisors as well. So reaching out is quite difficult, I think, sometimes because of this issue of data protection as well. So we always ask members to update their preferences on the website, and so that we can contact them then. So, but yeah, LinkedIn's quite good for that.
Excellent. Thank you, Annabel. So, Alan, thinking about engaging with your members, what would you like to achieve in 2025?
Thanks, Megan. I would love to see some more volunteers coming forward to join us on the committee in the north of Scotland. I think that would be ideal. I spoke to some fabulous people in Inverness 2 weeks ago who were showing some enthusiasm for being part of the committee, and it would be absolutely wonderful to see some participation from other people across the whole geographic area of the north of Scotland. So that would definitely be one of the big positives. If I could come out of this year with a big smile on my face, it would be if we could get 1 or 2 new members on the committee to help deliver the CPD, the face-to-face events that we're doing. That would be wonderful. But even if it was just a couple of people who are interested in learning a bit more about what it's like to be on the committee, then that would also be fantastic.
That's exciting. I'm sure we can work towards that, Alan. We'll achieve that by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Rosa, over in your region, what are some of the biggest challenges you and your members are currently facing?
So I think we are also desperate for new members, and we would strongly encourage anyone that would like to apply for the committee of Exeter and North Devon to apply. And you can do that through me via LinkedIn, or you can contact any of our other committee members. But I think really the challenge that we face is the underlying content of the event. So we have our loyal members that really like face-to-face events and like to sort of know what content they're going to expect and what they've already had. So it's really catering for those people, but also ensuring that we're engaging with the next generation. We've got lots of options now. You can go to Next Gen Planners, you can go to CISI. So it's really ensuring that we can merge all ages and provide content that really appeals to everyone. We know that the PFS is working really hard to improve the image of financial planning. You've got great things like the PFS Power Initiative, but what we're really trying to do is ensure that we're catering to existing members, but also that we're keeping our events really current and offering that fantastic content, because although our events are free, we completely appreciate that there is a time commitment there and it's not easy to have a day out of the office. So we want to ensure that we are offering the best events that are tailored to you, and there's no one better to tell us what they want than you guys. So I would really say get involved to ensure that we're really giving you what you want as members.
Thank you, Rosa. So I might be able to answer some of this last question, but I want to hear from everybody. What else would you like to add to today's conversation about PFS Local? I'm getting the strong themes of engage and chat to us about volunteer. Is there anything else anyone would like to add? Alan, should we come to you first?
Thanks very much, Megan. We're delivering content, we're delivering CPD in a changing world. This is a changing world, it's a changing profession. One of the things that we've put on already this year is a whole training course on building AI into businesses. So one of the things that we'll have to do as regions within the PFS and the PFS as a whole is to be at the forefront of this changing world, of this changing profession that we live in. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see the ideas that members can bring to committees about how to improve our connection with new technology, about new ways of doing business, about new ways of working. A couple of years ago, we wouldn't have been having conversations via video conferencing platforms anywhere near as regularly. We wouldn't have been doing webinars and things anywhere near as regularly as we are now. So it's time to really develop from the lessons that we've learned over the last 5 years and take that forward, I think, for the next 5 and see where we can go and what wonderful, exciting things we can do together over that time.
Very true. Thank you, Alan. Rosa, any closing comments from you?
I think all of the local committees are doing some fantastic work. So it's just really ensuring that we're really publicising that. People know what's going on. We're on socials. We're really current. And actually, we're really holding our hands up and saying, we're offering fantastic events. We want you guys to tell us what you want. So really ensuring that we're reaching as many people as possible with the PFS.
Thank you, Rosa. And last but not least, Annabel.
Yeah, I agree with Rosa and also Alan. Just reach out to the committees. A lot of people aren't aware of us. Go onto the PFS website and look at the local part of it. And you can reach us all on there. All our contact details are actually on the website as well. One thing I would say is for anybody that's been in financial services a while, really do consider mentoring through the Connect system. I've met some really fantastic people. I think my profile sort of attracts the next generation as well that want to talk about ways in and working within different areas of financial services. But yeah, there's lots of ways that people can actually give back through the volunteering and the local committees.
Excellent point. Thank you, Annabel. So, Annabel, you just touched on the PFS website. I just want to wrap up with saying if anybody does want to find out more about your PFS local committee or any activity that they're putting on, you can look under membership and under events on the PFS website. They've both got direct links to PFS Local, and that's where you'll see your local events taking place. Or, as Annabel said, reach out to your committee and have a bit of a discussion about getting more involved. So hopefully that drives you in the right direction. But equally, reach out to anyone who you know is on the committees as well. We're always happy to help and help guide you in the right direction. Thank you all for joining me on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you all.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the PFP podcast. We hope it's been informative and sparked your interest in your PFS local committee. We encourage you to engage with your committee or go one step further and join them to become a valued member of our volunteer network. You can find useful links in the show notes and related articles on the Personal Finance Professional website, along with further podcasts. Please like, review, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.